Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite a while. I have not been uploading any video, but due to this hectic semester system, I had many projects lined up. I had my semester exam, and unofficially it was over yesterday. So I wanted to upload a video regarding the strategies which you can make for your CUET 2024, and more specifically for geography and political science, as I got a lot of requests from you people to upload some strategies regarding the same. So I'm here for you guys to tell you how to manage with your CUET 2024 for geography and political science. So I'm going to start my video. The first and the foremost thing which is required by you guys is the subject understanding. It's very essential to understand the depth, the core of the subject, because geography and political science in itself are a chunk, and we need to realize that these subjects require a lot of rigorous practice. You know, keeping aside boards, I'll definitely upload one more video for the boards as well, boards perspective as well. But for the CUET, as I have told in my earlier videos as well, the whole pattern of your study changes. I had my books as well. This is for geography and this is for political science. So what do you need to realize is, it's not only about mugging up. First of all, the NCRT is everything. So what do you need to do is, now when you are studying geography, the first and foremost thing which you need to do is come to the very first page, check that each and everything you have covered. What I mean to say by each and everything is, suppose when you are when you're studying industries, you need to check that your map is in your mind. When it comes to where is Raurkela, where is Bhilai, where is any of the thing, Ratnagiri, you need to know each and every point, and it should be revolving in your mind. So that's what geography is. Geography is all about maps. When once you are clear with the maps, you are good to go. I agree that I am talking about the perspective of physical geography, but at the same time, when you are studying human geography, it also requires a very different approach. Not the approach of just seeing no ye hai theek hai, this is of Rajasthan, ye dekh liya bas. Nahi, no, it's not that like that. Suppose if you are seeing the literacy rate, you need to look at, just open your book of India, people and economy. You'll realize that when you'll open this book, then this book asks a lot about the data and everything. And for CUET perspective, what I did and what what was beneficial for me, I just want to share it with you. The rest is up to you to follow or not. But I was very sure that the data is must. So what I did was, you can see my book. Here's the data. It was given the India's literacy rate. I didn't do that which has country, which state has the highest literacy rate or which state has the lowest. But rather, I focused on the point that I need to look at the top 5 states which have the highest literacy rate, the middle state which have the high, the literacy rate from being high to low. So I had that made in mind, and this was my data that, see, you can written in the southern region, which are the states. I have made that. Definitely I'll share one PPT with you guys so that it becomes more easier for you to grab up these points. So this was the very first thing for geography. And likewise you need to devote your time for political science. Political science is just like, when you're reading this one page, if you're reading this one page, then think that this page would be mine. I have to inculcate each and every word. It's not about, CUET is not about your subjective analysis. Board has done your subjective analysis in which they asked you to write a whole thing. You are very good because you're humanities students, you are very good at writing, but now you have to develop an approach, because objective is completely different. Yes, of course, subjective requires its own perspective, objective requires its own perspective, but in objective, you need to look at each and every single word, even the thing written below the diagram. You need to look at each and everything. So that's of utmost importance. Now, the subject understanding was the first and foremost criteria to start with anything. That's why I chose this topic as the first one. Coming to the second part, the exam pattern analysis. Now you have to be very sure, because I heard from many people that they were not sure what's the marks of the, or how it is divided, how much questions we need to do. So for that, it's about like you will be provided with, for now I have not updated anything else. So in my CAD 2023, it was that they provided us with 50 questions, and we had to do the 40 questions. Now you might be thinking, no, it becomes easier. Of course not, it does not, because now you have to pick up 40 such questions which you are very sure shot, because they'll confuse you. In those 50 questions, they will put some 15 questions where you will stuck, and you will feel like, oh no, I'm not able to recall the thing which was there. So for that, you need to look at which 40 questions I'm very sure shot, and suppose the 5 questions you are not, then can take that 15 question in your mind and see the most closest one which you can come to a conclusion. So that's the way to do. You might be thinking, it becomes easier, but listen to me. Because the key pointer of time management comes into play, because you now have to look at the whole thing. In these 45 minutes, you have to check that I have to leave the 10 questions, I have to do the 40 questions, keeping in mind which I know the best, because CUET wants an 800 on 800 from you. Then only you can get into the top colleges like Miranda, LSR, or either it be the St. Stephens. So if you want to get there, you need to get 800 on 800, and that's the fight, that's the cutthroat competition. So for that, you need to be very precise, because my dear friends, you need to realize that if even you make a two question mistake, you are out from the competition, because competition has touched its peak. My time, it was just like the same, that if you are in the zone of 800, you are very safe. But if you lost your two question, the 5 marks plus 1 negative marking, then you are out of the play. So you need to be very clear with that. You need to make a precise decision regarding the same, which question to attempt. At the same time, making that time management deal is very important, because usually the paper is like, you will be given geography or political science or history happens in the same day. You will be given slots, but most probably 2 papers are on the same day. And for that, you need, it's like it will be online test, of course, you all know. So when it's online, then what they do is, a political science window will appear just for 45 minutes. As 45 minutes are over, you'll be just looking at the time that 45 minutes is over, and now I have to quickly switch my mind to geography. They won't give you any time, take a deep breath, thoda, you have to relax. No, not at all. You have to completely switch, and that's the time management of completing those 40 questions in 45 minutes, and then thinking which is right, which is wrong. Because you need a 5-minute time for your revision as well, that did I click the right answer, did I not click the right answer. Because there's a very tricky question. They'll ask you, only 1 is true, only 2 are true, and you have to look at, did I do right or wrong. So that's what it makes a more competitiveness. But at the same time, when you are very well prepared, when you have the subject understanding, as I mentioned in my first strategy, you will be able to do it. Because this all was my strategy. It's not any compulsion that you need to follow, but I suppose if you will, then it might really help you. Now the third comes, and the very important is the practice of the PYQs, because PYQs helped me a lot. In your time, as CUET has happened 2 times, so it becomes, and the slots were many, so you can get a lot of PYQs. When you solve the PYQs, you get a better understanding of the whole thing, that yeah, CUET is all about this. I can't go, then you realize what you need, when you will solve, then you realize that it's not about the superficial thing, it's about the whole in-depth concept analysis. And whole in-depth concept analysis is done, then you are thorough with it, and you can go to appear for CUET or CUET 2024. Then comes a very important aspect. When you are coming to humanity subjects, it's not about the bookish knowledge, not merely about the bookish knowledge. It's about a whole wholesome analysis, or a holistic approach towards the subject. And for that matter, when we are studying political science, what is political science all about? It's actually about, your update with your current affairs, your update with everything. And in our books, as it was mentioned, that we had many chapters relating to our neighbors, or many chapters in which they talk about Israel as well. It was there. So for that, you need to keep yourself updated with the current world as well. Just don't get bookish, because when you keep yourself updated with your current world, then also it becomes easier for you to grasp the subject. And that's what, and at my time, what I did was, I didn't just focus to NCRT. Of course, I agree, this is everything, and NTA says that NCRT is, they won't go beyond NCRT. But being bookish is not at completely what thing which you want. The thing which lies, the core which lies, the fact is the which is very pivotal, that you need to have a holistic approach for the subject. And for that, you need to keep yourselves updated with the current world. And that's the thing, that's a wonderful thing, if your friends are there and you can have a group study, or you can have a group discussion, that what's going in, in my school days, what I did was, with my friends, we had a group discussion regarding many issues which are going around the world. And being a humanities student, we had a very curious thing, so that should be developed in you, and that really helps a lot on the in the day of the exam. And then comes the very important aspect of any examination, either it be the competitive examination or either it be the CBSE board, is the revision. Is it's a thing that you need to do. Without it, you can't even succeed in any of the examinations, I suppose. So what I followed was, once I read the chapter, because of course we get a lot of time, a whole 1 year time. So I read my chapters in June, when the midsem came, I'm so sorry, midterms come, because I am in college, that's a perspective which is mid. Okay. So when I when I gave my midterm examinations and everything, so I had the thing that I revised, and a lot of revision. The revision should be like this, that if a person asks, okay, what's written on page 57, you have to tell, acha us page mein it was this. That picture should be made in your mind. This should be the the peak of revision. You have to do it. So with that, the perspective of revision, at last, I would like to tell you, practice a lot of mocks. Mocks are must. After you have done this revision thing of these 4 books, come to the mocks. Practice as much as mocks you can, because mocks are really important, this is a approach, this is of course a rigorous approach to develop yourself, to make yourself shine, or to make yourself outshine in this whole competitive environment. So just do that, just be and be confident that yes, I will do it. Because Pol Science was my first examination. I was a bit nervous, but yeah, because my preparation was well, so I had in mind that yes, I will somewhere do it, and I'll give my 100%. I just thought that I'll give my best, not thinking about the result, that I don't know what it will be. So I just gave it that confident attitude. Of course, I saw the time. Yes, okay, fine, it's going on. Don't worry, and just even if just one more thing to remember during the examination is, when you don't get the answer of the first question, don't get panic, because there are many questions. The paper setter has made the papers in such a way that of course you will be able to those 40 questions. And you have to be very calm, because calmness is the key to your success as well in your examination. And again, you all will be able to do it. For many other strategies for domain specific for maths and English, I'll make a separate video and I'll tell you everything regarding the same. And definitely I'm going to post a video with my friends on the environment of Miranda house and how it's been for me for my first semester, how the whole thing was. I'll definitely post a video regarding the same. So okay, thank you for this. I hope you liked my video. Bye bye.